A few hours later. Intertwined dimensions. Inky and normal. Infinite loop. Destruction. Corruption. And confusion. No escape. Break the bonds. Set free. World fix. Break the bonds. Set free. Break the bonds. break, break the bonds? Alice, are you okay? You've been waking up every 30 minutes gasping ever since we laid down. It's been scaring the crap out of me, and you know I don't get scared easily, so what the heck? Oh crap. I'm sorry, Boris. I've been hearing voices call out to me in my sleep. You know, at first, I wasn't really sure why, but I understand now. The bonds. They need to be broken. The whole reason why I even told you to bring me here from the time I did in that other lifetime is because I'm the one person that can help assist with fixing all of this mess. I didn't really understand fully around the time I did tell you of what all I did, besides the fact that there was a reason behind it, but I understand now. I know it needs to be done. I'll be right back. Yep, it's just as I figured. She's been born and rebirthed through multiple different versions of herself to the point it is caused to remember almost every aspect to her life, and then to become psychic. Gosh, I hate this whole infinite time loop of the ink dimension, but at least what she's gone through is something that can finally be put to use for when it comes to giving off information. Maybe she's the key to stopping all of what mess has been created, but I don't know. I could just be overthinking it. Guess we'll just have to wait to see. Look, I have no idea as to what special beverages it is you gotten into while you were looking in the fridge for food. But for the 1000th time, Henry, your daughter is dead! There is no possible way for her to ever be brought back to life. She's been dead way before this world has been created. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. All you've been doing is causing a distraction towards everyone with your crying. I'm surprised there hasn't even been corruptions popping in by now. Just shut up already. Better yet, Pelantris, take him to your home. Go purify him with that pink water you have. It's already clear that we've wasted time with this going back and forth on stupid shit and that he's intoxicated on some sort of beverage. Just be sure to make it fast. We can't be wasting time anymore. Or any more time, at least. Okay, Golden Freddy. I'll try not to be too long. Just give me a moment. I'll be back faster than any corruption can pop in. Hey, yep. Alright. I think it's safe to say we can resume pulling people in now. Wouldn't you agree, Frisk? Look, I know I'm showing up in a rush, but I have something important I need to say. Wait, did I show up at a bad time? Oh, would you look at the time? I better get back to keeping an eye out for corruptions, but you, Golden Freddy, maybe you should have a little talk with the Horned Angel here. She seems like she's in a hurry with something. You know what? I give up. Yes, Alice, you did show up at a bad time, but whatever it is you need to say, or tell me, make it quick. I've already wasted as much time as it is. Well, not to waste any more of your time, but I need to talk to Shadow Freddy. I know how we can stop and fix all of this mess. Well, I think it's better off if you just tell me. He's currently resting up and... Oh, hush up. You don't need to speak for me, Goldie. Just relax for a minute. You already have a lot on your plate that I'd normally be able to handle, maybe the tiniest bit on my own. But for Pete's sake, calm down and let the girl speak. Geez, okay then. Well, you heard him, Alice. Just say what it is you need to say. Right, well, it's about William Afton. He's created so many machines to expand his way of control of people and items over objects. Or, you've already known this, but about the ink dimension, the place that Boris, Bendy, and I were pulled from, he created that through an ink machine. His plan was to intertwine those two dimensions with each other so he could take control over the world, like as if it was him writing a book or a cartoon. The ink machine was originally used to bring cartoons to life, but ever since he found out you all were alive, the Fazbears, he went back and forth through the space-time continuum and decided to come up with a foolproof plan on how to destroy everyone and to take over the world. Whether if he experimented on people or created a giant bubble to help control the minds and perception of people, the ink machine created a dimension that intertwined with this world, and one of the main reasons why shit gets twisted up. Well, it was one of the reasons why stuff gets twisted up. Whether if it's people's thought process or if it's things that go on throughout time that don't seem to add up as to why things are the way they are. We need to destroy the bond. It will set all of us free, and it will break the loop that has been created by the inky abyss. All of this, it needs to be fixed very soon. We can put a stop to all of this just by breaking that bond. Once that bond is broken, you can proceed along with the timing that the She-Ra is supposed to pop in and go fulfill the prophecy of peace. But whether it is you decide to do, or whatever it is you decide to do, I am begging you, throw in a magnetic field that will attract and pull in all living corruptions that will go on to eventually popping out. The longer you wait for him to pop on in, while you continue to build up the rest of the spiritual rebellion, the more destruction it is you're allowing to break away at what is you're slowly proceeding to fix up. These corruptions need to be brought in faster, more faster than how you let it go to be. You need to weaken and encapsulate them to prevent further destruction.
Are you serious? We've been doing pretty good so far. Why would we need to change our plans again? Are you kidding me? This is stupid! No, Goldie. She's right. None of what she said was stupid at all. We need to speed up this entire process to something faster than what has already been made of it. Then to what she said, we need to make it to where a magnetic field is surrounding the place so more corruptions can be pulled in faster. I'm not even sure why I didn't think of this before, and why it didn't cross my mind, but Alice, you are one smart girl, you know that? Thanks for sharing all the info with me that you have. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, Evan. I mean, Shadow Freddy.
No, wait. Alice, it's fine. You can call me Evan.
Huh? I don't understand. What are you...
Just call me Evan. You don't have to understand anything. Just go back to your room and get some rest. You deserve it.
But what if more information I need to tell you comes flowing back to me? It might be important.
You've already said enough for right now. Just relax. Whatever flow of information makes its way towards you as echoes in your head, I'll be sure they get to me. Just go back to your room, Alice.
Okay, Evan. I'll try not to panic so much. Just please do as I've suggested for the sake of everyone.
That is, in fact, something I will indeed do. Golden Freddy, set the room straight. Don't pull anyone in yet, but when Palantros pops back in, I'm gonna need you to tell him the slight change of plan. But for right now, it's time to deliver what it is I need to deliver. So, attention all Fazbears. This is Shadow Freddy coming to you through the telepathic waves. We're here with another informational speech. So, besides myself, William Mafton is the reason why things have gone so far out of hand when it comes to trying to keep the balance of the universe. For example, the start of this whole mess was when he was pulled into this world. He discovered the mutamycete substance and met up with a priest-like woman to then go on eventually experiment with this substance and use it to break away from the laws of logic and nature. After discovering of what this substance could be shaped to, he used it on living creatures to make the impossible possible. Originally, Mother Randa, the priest, was experimenting on this substance to figure out a way to bring her family back through injecting this substance inside the citizens of the village with part of her DNA, thinking it would help fix her problem and bring her family back. Turns out, all it did was cause people to become infected with diseases and viruses. And anytime they'd eat and crap out, it would cause many more viruses and diseases to be created. Over top of that, all of these problems originally started because demons had entered throughout her body and she spread it all throughout experimentations, and it caused them to grow inside of people as infections or killer diseases. then later on to reveal themselves as Kamalas, protectors of the infections and diseases, and better yet, known as the core of the diseases. When Afton was pulled in within picture, and he discovered of the substance, then to go partnering on with Miranda to then learn everything she's learned, he decided to continue what was originally started so they both could get something of that each of them wanted then in return. Family and a re-returning power. Along the way, all that worked together, all it did was create havoc. Over the years, Miranda and Afton would toss back and forth with the mutant substance, changing its form or adding other substances onto it. They even went as far as summoning demons that could do their biddings. Heck! They even created different machines with different purposes to help them out. And with the one thing in common they used them for was all on people, but later on Miranda decided to give up. And with everything she had ever worked on going to waste on her part of things, she decided to hand it all over to Afton, because there was one thing that Afton didn't know, or she didn't, that Afton didn't. The creatures of his past that took his power that he'd always non-stop talk about. Those guys, aka you all, the Fazbears. They'd been living all throughout this world as reincarnations. She was tired of trying on her part, so instead of saying anything to him, she granted him of everything she had to offer to when it came to subjects and things she experimented on. Oh, and over the years while Afton and her had been working together, Afton wanted to expand his way of power, while helping Miranda out. So, in search of doing that, he took some of his experimentations and machines and met up with multiple different people that can help him out with that. All with the deal that they all had in common. They give him what he wants and they'll give him what they want. First starting off with a company called Umbrella Corporation. That company's whole purpose was to create and destroy diseases and sicknesses. What William Afton and Mother Miranda did was sign a deal over to the company offering them some extra help to when it comes to studying and creating that type of stuff. With Afton being the crazy psychotic genius he was, he experimented with every disease and sicknesses all laid within the headquarters lab, and created even more diseases and cures, so he could then later on use them for his own will. After many months of doing that, the CEO was now kicked to the curb, and Afton was officially hired as the new CEO. When he traveled back home to Romania to where Mother Miranda was, he took all of his experimentations and machines and pulled it into Umbrella, then ordering a huge expansion to the building, not only having it set in Romania right above Miranda's lab they used to experiment on the mutant CD, then turn into a brain room later on, but also to have a headquarters itself to be turned into a research and study lab with multiple different rooms. After doing all that, he manipulated and tricked all of the employees, and injected them with different diseases mixed in with the mutant mycete and added them onto his list of experimentations to then be hidden away in chambers. After all that, he took all of his old experiments and allowed them to be moved into the headquarters. After doing all of that and organizing up all of his machines and substances in 2 different places, he went and started this toy company called Poppy Playtime Corps. What that place did was hire people, and he would experiment then on them. Sorry, I stuttered, but he would hire people. Well, the whole place would hire people. And he would experiment on those people behind the scenes and create them into living toys that kids could buy. Crazy fact to think of, but the whole objective here was to control the minds of people who had been turned into lifelike toys and to kidnap people so he can suck the life out of them and gain more power than he already had. Shoot, he was already killing kids beforehand, but that was in the past life. Anyways, all that went on, but then he wanted to do this little thing to experiment on their lifeless body, then to bring them back to life and to continue the legacy of creating monstrous toys without getting fact. Due to the fact that those toys had a memory wiping machine within them that caused people not to be aware of who's missing in their house, or just anyone of their peers to be aware, Afton just decided to create mind-wiping devices, then later on lead them to use bigger purpose. Just like any other machine he created. Along by said that he met up with a guy with a big imagination who had a company named after him called Joey Drew Studios. Joey was a cartoon creator slash, idea stealer. Well, he'd come up with ideas and anybody he'd hire, well, he'd steal their ideas. Or what his ideas have come of, and then, he'd take full credit without crediting everybody else who helped him with his ideas. But anyways, what the guy wanted to do was to bring cartoons to life. So what Afton did was to help him create a machine full of ink, then to have some employees create pipes that led to all over the place. The building was just ink powered. But then so life could be made possible, they performed summonings to give the ink machine some power, but in order to create a living being with a personality, they experimented on the employees and threw their bodies into the machine, to which absorbed up their body and soul, then wiping almost all of their memory. Then to just spit him out as a either, cartoon character of the studio, or an inky monstrous abomination to which Afton would later on take home as his own to contain and experiment on, in order to gain power and control, to which he's gone insane over having. After all that going on, Afton behind the scenes found out that all of what you had Afton behind the scenes found out that all of you had been brought into the world. It drove him even more mad than he already had been, and decided to continue on with his experiments so he can come up with a plan to how everything will ever go down to destroying you. When he returned back to Joey Drew Studios after leaving, Joey begged him for more than what he had offered and asked William Afton to create a dimension to hold all of his characters. Later on, it became the Ink Dimension, but with even many more complaints from Joey on not being given what he wanted. He created an Ink Dimension and made sure Joey promised to set the living cartoons free after creating cartoons was done for. But after doing that, and begging for more than William can offer, he threw Joey into the machine, and it became an abomination/version of the Ink Dimension. Ink Demon that would haunt and turn the Ink Dimension into an inky hell. Pretty much an inky version of Bendy. After all that, he took all of his equipment home and decided to write a plan for the past, present, and future. Along the road, as you all had grown up, he'd traveled all throughout time, shaping up his own version for a timeline all throughout the space-time continuum. And since there was already a timeline/livey plan created by me, all he did was create corruptions in general, and a confusing mess that would take place within your lives as the time went on to pass. And when things didn't go his way, the corruptions and negative energy would grow bigger. He later on even turned himself into a living computer AI, with a later on plan, knowing that Miranda was killed off to create more corruptions, and to intertwine everything that was ever created in the world, with all of his plan to destroying you guys. Even if it meant for him to be killed off for a temporary amount of time, and to get his experiments and demons to join up on his side to avenge his name, then for it to be killed off and absorbed, to which he'd be pulled in, to have all those corruptions to be inserted inside of him and Miranda. His objective, it was to make the world a mess so he could regain all the stolen power he once lost, and to destroy and kill off any representation of his past. I know I'm late to saying most of this, but even with me being more powerful than Afton has ever been, he was still fully aware of everything going on, and what would go on all throughout time. In order to drag his attention away from me to be killing him off and traveling back in time to the very beginning, to when it came to creating the Sheer Prophecy, I had to come up with a plan that would later on add up to the mess Afton had caused. So, I let him do all the things he had done and let his attention be more focused on egotistical stuff in relation to himself. The world was a complicated place. It is. But that's because of all this. He even took part of the energy into connection to his personality and gave power to certain experimentations without them realizing of why. All this mess, man. It was created both on Afton's part and mine. For Afton's situation, all this was ever for to create distractions on gaining closer to you. My part was to fix all of the corroded mess while it had still been going on. And that's exactly what's going on for right now. Of course, William Afton isn't in the picture, but for when the time comes, he will be pulled in to throw all of this garbage he left behind back to where it belongs, and to where it originated from. To which, later on, we'll create a fixation and cleaning to all of this, but for right now, just take up every ounce of information you have ever learned up to now and let it all sink in so you can process all of it while working on keeping an eye out for corruptions and people that tie into all of this, to which can be moving in and finally filling the gaps of what's missing of this rebellion. Wait. Another thing I forgot to mention, most of Afton's subjects who he's held within his grasp, he wiped most of their memories with only time to help regain them back. With that said, there were people who had been a successful creation while others were a fail, but only a tiny percentage of people that were successes. All of their memories, they'd still been intact, to which they'd later on spread what they'd remembered to some of their peers.
Reason behind why too as well is because I got in the way of some of that. I needed some sort of assistances who were unaware along the line of Afton being unaware of the effect that the spread of information they were giving out would cause a break in what Afton was causing corruption over. There's a lot to go on all over with this, but with the amount of brain power you have, all of you, I can assure that you will later on understand all of what's being told to you. Shoot, even people within the rebellion that are still continuing on to move in. They're getting this information go out to them even if they don't realize it. Most of the time it takes forms of their dreams until they move in here, but besides that point, right now some things might cause you confusion. Mental confusion perhaps, but as time passes and we all reach to the end, all of the information that was ever given out to you will cause a heal to every single amount of within time memory loss and all of everything you'd forgotten or had been confused of. It will lead into a relapse to help fix your memory to the point that there's no more confusion about anything and only peace. With all of that said, take all of this information that I've told you into mind and continue on puzzling the pieces up together. Sorry for the little bit of rambling ons and stutters. Like I was saying, you will eventually understand. This is Shadow Freddy, signing off. Oh jeez, oh Lord, have mercy. Can you slow down with your words, Few? That made me nauseous. Holy shit, man. Oh, right. Sorry on that, Goldie. I'm just informing everyone of what they need to know. I keep forgetting having me inside of you is a bit overwhelming on your part, but never mind on that. I'm gonna go back to resting, get back to work, and set things straight with Palantris when he returns. And, just back to work, like I've said. Whew. Alright, whatever you say, man. Ugh. That was a roller coaster of physical pain. Holy cow. Okay, so magnetic field, keep an eye out. Work with this whole process a lot. After, and time comes, and when the time comes, destroy the bond and let things play out through with the prophecy. Yeah, right, I got it. Okay, yeah, I got it. Okay, I'm back. Henry is officially purified of his intoxication. Oh, and before you say anything, I already put up a magnetic field around this house, so it's all taken care of. I think it's best that we get back to work, so Frisk, Henry, and I, we're gonna keep watch. Well, actually, Frisk and I. But, Henry, you can get back to working with Egg Baby, and Golden Freddy, make sure everything is going smoothly. As like Shadow Freddy said, I don't know why he told you to tell me stuff when obviously I can hear everything that's going on, so, yeah. I'm supposed to be the one giving orders, but since I wasn't here for all that junk with Alice Angel yapping about stupid stuff, or when Shadow Freddy was changing plans and giving a speech, what is it we're to do, Fredbear? Well, to start off, more corruptions are going to be pulled in faster and faster as time passes, which means you all have to keep a sharp eye out and take quick action at pulling people in to help build up the rebellion even more than it's already been built up so far, but no more questions, get back to work. Alright, you heard them. You two keep an eye out, and Egg Baby, listen up to me. And, Golden Freddy, keep some water in your clutch, so, yeah, let's do this. And that's all I'm saying right now. You two keep an eye out, listen up to me, Egg Baby, and Golden Freddy, just be sure to keep some water in your clutch. Usually you're calling me Fredbear. I'm surprised you're calling me Golden Freddy. Doesn't matter, just, come on guys, let's do this.
Hello? I know it's not really one of those choice days, but can whoever's ordering stuff around here, can you do me a favor and pull some people in for me?
Yeah, and make it fast, please.
I was brought here against my will. Because apparently for one of the people it is he wants to be brought in as the DNA of a nightmare creature.
Oh jeez, just as we were about to go and pull people at random, eh, Henry? It's fine, Fredbear. At least we got someone who's out here for the reason of pulling people in. I mean, it's not like it's another yet stupid reason to be talking to us, so... Who is it you want to be pulled in, Balloon Boy? I liked it better when you called me Golden Freddy instead of Fredbear. Ugh.
Oh, okay, cool. You can bring people in. So, to start you off on this, I just want to say that it's only people. 3 people for you to bring in, so it's not a lot. So bring in my older brother, Nightmare Balloon Boy, my baby sister, Dee Dee, and my girlfriend lookalike, JJ. Please and thank you. Weird to think that someone as annoying as him has a girlfriend.
Yeah, you said it was a frisk.
Hey.
Alright, Egg Baby, you heard what he said. Pull those 3 people in. Egg Baby? Egg Baby! Wake up, you nincompoop!
Huh? Oh, sorry, all this sitting around made my servos go into rest mode, but, yeah, right.
What? Where am I? Here I was eating scrambled eggs and now I'm here sitting feeling like a pancake. What the hell is the deal here? Who brought me here?
Yeah, who brought us here?
That would be me.
You did? Oh, you put me at the wrong time, Egg. I ought to turn you into scrambled eggs just like my breakfast and eat you up.
Oh, relax, you knucklehead. I told him to bring you here. I didn't realize you were in the middle of eating.
Huh? Holy smokes! Balloon Boy! Hey, you bobblehead! How's it been?
Hey! Put me down. I've been good, man, but you're at the Fazbear house now. You can finally move in here, dude. You and Dee Dee both.
Wait, for real? Yeah, never mind. I'm not surprised you decided to call me in while I was eating. But it's not that big a deal now. Lead the way to where I can find a room. We got some catching up to do, man.
Okay, bet. Come follow up, dude.
Hey, not so fast. I don't want to shatter a tooth. I could fall down with all this running, you dummy.
Uh-oh. How unfortunate. Looks like Big Bro is gonna break a tooth. But hey! Slow down, you two! Wait for me!
Huh? Balloon Boy? That's weird. I could have sworn I just heard him speak.
Oh shoot, I almost forgot. Hey baby, long time no see.
Oh my goodness, Balloon Boy, you're such a turd.
Huh.
What a great way to say I love you, missed you, huh, babe? Yes, I loved you and I missed you. Hey, Balloon Boy.
Right back at you, babe. Yep.
Okay then. I guess you can continue on now, I guess. I think Balloon Boy is the only person to come on out here requesting for someone to move in. Just go at random down the line. I do not care who it is that's brought in. It's literally the whole point of it being random, as I've said. So, go on, Henry.
Alright, baby.
Ugh. Hey, dudes. Bet you weren't expecting us to pop in, but it's kinda urgent.
If it's not a request on pulling someone in, then go away.
Nah, hold up. That's rude for you to go say to someone that lives here that goes to pop in to say hi, Henry. But, Goldie, I think you should hire a babysitter for the house. I know you mostly told the adults to watch out for wandering attendant kids, or, unattended kids, to make sure they weren't running around all freely around the house, but Timothy and I were hanging out, right? Well, we found these two jumping from wall to wall, and I think it's safe we say, to say, that we brought them back as soon as possible to make sure they weren't going and causing mischief. So, thank us later. Just looking out for the house.
Ow, come on. We're literal chipmunks. You can't expect us to always be under the watchful eye of someone. We can't do anything fun around you without getting yelled at anymore. Yeah, come on, man. You could have at least let us play for a little bit longer. The way you grabbed us was unsanitary. Sorry, too. But we did what's right for the now times. We weren't just gonna leave you unattended being the little kids you are. You know the rules. Well, I'd like to protest against that. Golden Freddy, I want to be able to play freely without having to ask. It's not fair that 2 random people of the house think it's okay to just scoop us up and bring it back here.
You know what, you two? I really don't have time for this right now. I'm gonna hire a daycare attendant type of babysitter very soon. Just go to your rooms for now until things are settled. I promise you, when we make it to that point, that every kid here will have all the playtime in the world to go. Well, all the time in the world to go around and play. Or run around, in fact. Just leave it be for right now. Go watch a movie and eat junk food, or whatever it is kids do nowadays besides run around and play.
Whatever you say, dude. Come on, Theo. Let's go elsewhere. Clearly it's illegal to go play. Run around and go play if there isn't someone watching us. You know what? It's fine. At least we can play later. I could really care less at this point if someone's watching over us. It'd pretty much be like school, just without learning.
Alright, thanks for your help, Timmy. Well, help, Timmy and Dearby. Now, let's resume.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go now.
Wait, do you smell that? The magnetic field that's drawing corruptions in. We might want to brace ourselves, Golden Freddy.
Great! Here we are, about to make some progress after a few hours of wasting time, and now come more corruptions. You know, after this, we're gonna get back to work, but alright, gang, be cautious.
Hello there. We weren't exactly ready to pop on in yet, but here you are, dragging us in with magnetism. How cute.
We're back in better form, bitches.
Yeah, we weren't gonna let you off the hook so easily.
My babies will be delighted to feast on some Fazbears. You all destroyed our leader, Sir Malik, and our friends. So now, we will destroy you. May you assist me in tearing these apart. All these guys, Miss Reaper Nurse?
Why, of course, sweetheart. They don't call me the Reaper for nothing. Dear, but I think this is our sign to go now. We'll be back later afterwards, but we should probably go.
Rawr, rawr.
Looks like that Mutamyceticatus stuff really does come to use, huh? Here I am, created from the DNA of that Balloon Boy dude, now emerged from swamp water. Get ready to die, Fazbears.
We've been alive here a lot longer than these guys have ever been. We were just forced to be pulled in by them, Balloon Kid. But it looks like that's all for a good reason, huh? We can finally kill the Fazbears. Ooh, my heart may be black, but doing this will make it full of joy. I got pulled in from the deep waters of Romania just to be created into a paperized creature. Ooh, avenging after Malik and Remor better be worth it. Prepare your butts, Fazbears!
Oh, I assure you, doing this will definitely be worth it, Dark Wonder Endo Fishman. You all will burn in my furnace.
I say we put them in some radioactive particles, or add that onto their body, then watch them explode.
Ooh, I say we should let me dividingly possess them each and force them to rip their insides out while they had their souls sucked out of them.
No. Let's carve them into puppets and watch them slowly die a painful death. Arrgh. I say we tear them apart and pile them together while they're still alive. Arrgh. Woof. Well, that took forever for me to come in, but these are some good ideas, you guys. But what if we just did all of that at once while we give them pink eye? Really gets the vision soar, don't you say?
These old Pete's, there's so many of them!
Well, I guess today must be your lucky day then, huh, Frisk?
Oh, hell no. Gaster? Seriously? Man, why do we get to deal with this garbage? I don't want to deal with this.
There's a lot of things you'll be worrying about once all of us are done with you there, kiddo.
What? Flowey too? I thought I got rid of you guys a long time ago. Hi, I'm Demi. Wait, Frisk? I didn't expect you to see me here. Or even for me to see you here. But it looks like I can finally sell some of my Tummy Flakes again. Want some? No. I don't want whatever you're offering, you traitor. You're supposed to be on my side, not working with these monsters. But they bought 20 boxes of my cereal as a deal to work along beside them. How could I put down an offer like that? It doesn't matter. You're on the wrong side of the line there, friend, which means your life will end. All of yours. Well, that's unless you want to buy a box of Tummy Flakes. Then I'll join your side. Oh, forget the cereal. Golden Freddy, get the water. Now!
Ah!
Nope. That is not gonna happen again. This time we'll be sure to kill all of you.
Don't worry, I'm on it. I'll grab the water.
Nuh-uh. You haven't gotten your shot yet, sweet pea. What do you say you be the good patient and hold still for a minute? This won't hurt a bit. You know, just hold still.
No! Why, look, babies. Your first victim of the Fazbears. Do Mama Bear a favor and help dear Miss Reaper Nurse destroy off that old Henry man.
Oh, crap. Palandris, go get the water. I'll take care of these guys. No, Frisk, you go get the water. It's too dangerous to do this on your own. Palandris, I've dealt with shit like this multiple times before trying to fight and kill off dangerous monsters. Just go. All right.
Yeah.
Burn! Burn, explode!
Ooh, possession.
Dive into a puppet. Or get apart. Get swamped. I'll eat your insides like a fish. I will rip your heart out. Let's tie him into a web. No! Get off of them! Golden Freddy! Get back up here! We need your help! Now!
Go help. They need you. Them on their own is useless compared to what it is you can do. They've almost ended up dead multiple times before. You need to help. Now, get up.
Alice, please just relax. What's wrong now?
They need my help. Golden Freddy, Palandris, Frisk, and Henry, they're in trouble.
Ugh. First Bonnie, now her? What is it up with this assisting bullcrap? They should be able to fight for themselves. What makes her think that she can do it? I give up. You can't fight forever. I was just getting ready to give everybody pink eye, but now this happens.
Tammy Flakes, anyone? Hi. Oh.
Oh, Alice Angel, thank God you're out here. Go get Fredbear and maybe some water. We need help.
Hold on, I got this.
Don't hold back. Wait, how did she? Doesn't matter. Egg baby, absorb them up. On it, dude.
No! This is Nova! Yeah!
Oh, what the hell? Where is the water? How did you get? How? What did I miss out on?
I think we're all trying to figure that out right now, Goldie. Holy crap.
How did I do that? What have I done?
Wait, Alice, you did that? You weakened the corruptions without water?
My body, part of it is still trapped within the ink dimension. It's giving me power. This is so dangerous. Oh my goodness, I don't know what got into me.
You know what? Forget about it. I don't know what it is you did, but we could use that type of power when it comes to that type of stuff. At first, I was prepared as to what came into the premises, but Jesus, I didn't expect to be hit as hard as I was with all that strength. Jeez, but with all that strength within someone that was vaporized, think about how much strength it is these corruptions can carry if they were solidated. Oof.
My body, I can feel it being pulled back into the ink dimension. No, I can't go back. No.
We could use some more power like that. I knew you were special from the start. I laid eyes on you, Alice, but don't worry. I get you're overwhelmed, but you're not going to go back to that ink dimension. I promise. Just relax. What you're feeling is a sense of PTSD. It's not as bad as it truly feels. Just go get yourself a drink of water and go eat yourself a can of bacon soup that Boris has in the fridge. The feeling will go away very soon, but the voices you've been hearing are spirit guides speaking to you. They're the ones that will lead us to an eventual victory.
Okay, I'll try to relax. I just don't understand. how I was able to do that. I'll put a use to it more for when it becomes useful, but holy shit, that was unexpected. Ow.
Oh, hell yes it was. Woof. But the deed is done for now. Let's just resume what we were doing beforehand and let's get back to pulling people in. Move fast, gang. More is to come very soon, you guys. Just to let you know. There weren't any cameras inside of those guys to help protect them, but that nurse lady was able to run off, so I'd assume she's going to return back with another way of the corruptions. With Kamala's. You can never be too sure though, so stay prepared and try not to get the way you did, Golden Freddy. Yeah, right. Maybe Alice Angel can come in handy. Indeed she could. Just for right now. Work! Oh, yeah, right.